You know, when you first meet Bishop Skylstad, you realize pretty quickly that he's one of those guys that you meet and you realize you might meet one person like this in your whole life. He's that guy. For us at Catholic Charities, he's been just an incredible cheerleader. As bishop, he was our #1 cheerleader. He was kind of sort of the Pope Francis bishop before there was a Pope Francis, which is kind of nice. But he's just been such a treasure to us at Catholic Charities for so many years. When he retired, we were all so sad because we figured we're losing this great guy, we're losing this cheerleader, but we had no idea what was coming, because after he retired, he just blossomed into something even more incredible. The first thing he did is he said, I want my office in retirement to be in the Catholic Charities building because I want to be around the poor and the vulnerable. So of course we said yes, we love that. But then he started volunteering all the time, all over the place. Our House of Charity shelter, which is our main shelter, I'm constantly giving tours to VIPs there, whether it's elected officials or big donors or whoever. And one of the awesome problems I have is every time I walk in there to give a tour, there's Bishop Skylstad at the front desk. And of course the people I'm giving the tour to say, come on, you set that up. Until some homeless guy comes up to him and gives him a big hug and says, hey Bill, good to see you, because he's there all the time. And that's how Bishop Skylstad's been for us, always volunteering. He volunteered next door at Father Bach Haven, named after our former executive director, which is permanent housing for the homeless. And he was volunteering there for over a year before I even knew about it, because someone told me, did you know that Father Bach is doing counseling in Father Bach Haven? Which I knew wasn't possible. It turned out all the residents thought he was Father Bach. They saw a guy in a collar in the lobby, must be Father Bach. He never even corrected him. He just went on and did his work. He takes our staff and cooks them dinner at his house. He does a ton of work for us to help in his hometown in a rural area of Eastern Washington, to work with farm workers and helping us do that. He does lots of workshops for us on the environment and the poor based on the Pope's Laudato Si document. Helps us do fundraising. He goes around at Christmas and speaks at all the parishes to raise money for Catholic Charities. But really one of the greatest things he does is this program that he developed called Footsteps in Faith. Because years ago he said, you know, Rob, there's a lot of priests in this diocese who've never been in a Catholic Charities program. I can't believe that. And I said, Bishop, neither can I. I call them and invite them, but they're always so busy. And he said, you know, they won't say no to me. And so he calls them and he invites them all on tours to go through all of our buildings. And now we have this crop of pastors who have been through all of our facilities. And it's just a huge blessing. It's a great resource to us. And I can't help but think, what if every bishop in the country retired was like this? What if every priest and women religious who was retired in the country became a cheerleader for their local Catholic Charities? We'd have an army of 5-star generals with boots on the ground. You can't beat that. And it's just a blessing to Catholic Charities and to Catholic Charities USA.